The Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-15 made its mark during the Korean War as the Soviet Union's first jet-powered interceptor that featured a pressurized cabin and an ejection seat. The MiG-15's mission was to pick off U.S. B-29 bombers, which led to the dogfights between the MiG and the B-29's fighter escorts, North American F-86. Though an improved version of the MiG-15 could climb higher and faster than the F-86, U.S. Air Force pilots generally made up the difference with better aerial combat training. Still, the MiG-15 put the world on notice that the Soviets could build cutting-edge aeronautical technology. Over 12,000 MiG-15s have been made, more than any other jet aircraft in history. The type has also been sold to 43 countries, such as Sri Lanka, Uganda, and Cuba. It was the first use of an atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, the B-29 Superfortress Enola Gay bombed the Japanese city of Hiroshima, and hastened the end of World War II. The aircraft was also used in the bombing of Nagasaki 3 days later. The image of the mushroom clouds over Japan was unforgettable. The B-29 was the world's first nuclear-capable aircraft. It was also the first with a pressurized compartment, and the first U.S. bomber with an integrated radar system. With a maximum takeoff weight of 140,000 pounds, the B-29 had a capacity to carry 11 crewmen, and up to 20,000 pounds of bombs. It was flown between 1943 and 1954. Although the Air Force continued flying variants as tankers until the late 70s. Boeing's Majestic Flying Boat established mail and passenger routes across the North Atlantic, South Atlantic, and Pacific. On its Pacific route, service was opulent, with a lounge, dining area, sleeping berths, and dressing rooms, as well as chefs and china from 4-star hotels. The Boeing 314 was also the star of Pan Am's fleet for only 3 years, until World War II shut down commercial operations. Still, it wasn't until the 1960s, with the debut of wide-body airliners such as the Boeing 747, that the Boeing 314 was dethroned as the world's largest commercial aircraft. The F-13 first flew in 1919. And by the end of the year, it was in commercial service in Germany. It was also used in the first airline service in the Americas, and unlike post-war transport aircraft that were modified from military types, the F-13 was designed to carry passengers in an enclosed cabin. Its 4 cushioned seats had seat belts, and the cabin was lighted, as well as having pictured windows. After World War I, Germany was prohibited from operating the aircraft, but it sold or licensed manufacture them to 30 countries, including Hungary, Iceland, the Soviet Union, and Japan. The F-13 was finally retired from service in 1948. Known as the world's first practical airplane, on October 5, 1905, the Wright brothers finally achieved their endeavor of developing an airplane capable of remaining aloft for a significant time, and maneuvering under the full control of the pilot. Wilbur Wright flew a distance of 24.5 miles in 59 minutes and 24 seconds. In addition to brushing up on their flying skills, they had to make their first flight with a passenger and operate a new set of controls necessitated by upright seating, something that was required by their contracts with the U.S. Navy and a French syndicate. On May 14, 1908, the Wright brothers first took their mechanic up for a ride, making it the first aircraft for passenger flight in history.